With midweek games to come, I'm recording this voiceover while Sunday's Gameweek 36 matches are still taking place, but you'll see the up-to-date player scores on screen. Forster missed it after the 3-1 win over Crystal Palace, as Ralph Hasenhüttl opted to rotate his goalkeepers once again. The decision to bring in Rafinha paid off, after he earned a fortunate assist for Matthijs Klick, who curled in from the edge of the penalty area. No player during the match took more than the Brazilian's 3 total shots, or his 2 efforts from inside the box. But it was a 4th consecutive match without a goal or assist for Lingard, whose 2 shots against Brighton both came from outside the box. The on-loan midfielder did however complete 30 passes in the final third, 12 more than any other player in that match. So let's take an early look at the transfer plans ahead of Tuesday's Gameweek 37 deadline. The team looks to be in good shape as we approach the final 2 game weeks, so it will just be a case of keeping it simple with the remaining free transfers. The plan for Gameweek 37 is to move on Ollie Watkins, ahead of meetings with Spurs and Chelsea. Patrick Bamford was an option to come in, but an early withdrawal against Burnley hasn't done him any favours, especially after his replacement Rodrigo went on to score a brace. Michail Antonio didn't set the world alight with his performance against Brighton either, but a total of 4 shots and an expected goals figure of 0.62 were both team leading numbers. In the last 3 game weeks, since making his return from injury, the 31-year-old ranks second only to Benteke for expected goals amongst forwards. With the news that Diogo Jota has been ruled out for the rest of the season with a foot injury, perhaps the more sensible move would be to sell him, though there isn't an obvious replacement that jumps out. Mason Greenwood would be ideal, but sadly there isn't quite enough money in the bank to fund that move. Jack Harrison caught the eye against Burnley, but that would mean a double up on Leeds midfielders, with Rafinha already in the side. A punt on a Newcastle midfielder, either St Maximin or Willock, could also be worth considering, given their remaining fixtures against Sheffield United and Fulham. But with returns in 3 of the last 4 game weeks, Matheus Pereira is arguably the most straightforward move on offer, within budget. Despite the fact that West Brom have little to play for now, you could argue that he will want to put himself in the shop window. So it's Pereira and Antonio that are the 2 most likely candidates to use the 1 free transfer on, and here's how the team is currently set to line up. Kepa Arrizabalaga was preferred for the FA Cup final defeat against Leicester, but Mendy is set to come back in between the sticks when the 2 teams meet again on Tuesday. It could be another cagey affair, with Chelsea having shipped just 3 goals in their last 6 league matches, while boasting a league low tally of just 4 big chances conceded. Luke Shaw will come into the back 3, replacing Matt Targett, ahead of Fulham's visit to Old Trafford. The Cottagers have scored just 3 goals in their last 6 games, with only Sheffield United managing fewer. Over the last 6 game weeks, the left-back's tally of 19 attempted assists ranks top amongst defenders, with Alexander-Arnold just behind on 17. Liverpool face a Burnley side that have mustered up just 3 goals in their last 4 home matches, with only 3 teams faring worse. Dina welcomes a Wolves attack that have similarly managed 3 goals in their last 4 on the road, with only Everton and Sheffield United fashioning fewer than their 3 big chances. Jesse Lingard will keep his place in midfield, despite being without a return in the last 4 game weeks. During that period, the 28-year-old has failed to record a single big chance, while 6 of his 8 shots have come from outside the box. But it's his fixture against West Brom that sees him selected ahead of Iheanacho. Prior to their meeting with Liverpool on Sunday, the Baggies have conceded 9 goals in their last 4 matches, ranking joint bottom with Newcastle on that front. Rafinha takes on an improved Southampton side that have earned back-to-back wins against Crystal Palace and Fulham. But the Saints are still without a clean sheet in their last 9 matches, where they've shipped an average of 2.1 goals per game. Salah faces a Burnley side that suffered a 4-0 defeat to Leeds on Saturday, and could once again be without first-choice goalkeeper Nick Pope, who remains doubtful with a knee injury. The Clarice have shipped 9 goals in their last 4 home matches, with only Newcastle conceding more. Meanwhile, only Sheffield United and Man United have faced more than their 11 big chances. Potential new signing Antonio would be partnering Harry Kane up front, but Watkins would perhaps get the nod over Iheanacho if Matheus Pereira came in instead, due to a slightly easier fixture. Spurs have conceded twice as many goals and big chances as Chelsea across their respective last 4 matches. No forward has scored more goals in home matches during this calendar year than Harry Kane. Prior to Sunday's match, Aston Villa have kept just 1 clean sheet in their last 9 matches. Whilst it is a risk to go without Bruno Fernandes at home to Fulham, Golden Boot contenders Harry Kane and Mohamed Salah are both very strong options for captaincy. Their opponents have fared similarly over their respective last 4 matches, each conceding 6 goals. But providing they take 3 points against West Brom, Liverpool will have the extra motivation of a top 4 place, where goal difference could be a factor. And if Burnley are without Nick Pope once again, he would be a huge miss. So with that in mind, the Egyptian King is set to retain the armband as things stand.